All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started. So I call this meeting to order at 6:06. Would someone like to lead us in prayer for this meeting? Anyone out there would like to lead us in prayer?
Senator Ferguson can lead in prayer.
Thank you, Senator Ferguson.
All heads bowed and all eyes closed. Lord, thank you for allowing us to come here safely. Lord, thank you for bringing us here once again to speak in a formally matter. Lord, thank you for all you've done for us. Thank you for what you're going to do for us. Please continue to keep us safe during this time. Lord, please bless over us. Please bless our mouths for what we are to say. Let it be formal, let it be courteous, and let it be respectful. Thank you for what you've done for us. Please continue to keep us safe. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Senator Ferguson.
Thank you, Senator.
All right, so guys, we're going to do a new thing. It's called Question of the Day. So we're going to go around and we're going to each answer a really funny question. So the question for this week is, if you can be an animal, what animal would it be and why? So take about 30 seconds, gather your thoughts. And is there anyone that would like to start us off? We're gonna popcorn it, by the way.
I would like to start. If I could be an animal, I would be a kangaroo. And I would be a kangaroo because I like how high they could jump.
Thank you, Senator Thigpen. Who you want to pass it off to?
You just pick somebody.
All right. Senator Joseph.
If I can be an animal, I would be a panther. I just feel like they mind their business and they look really cool.
Thank you, Senator Joseph.
I have to pick someone. Okay, I'm going to pick Senator Brown. Hi, Samantha.
Hi. If I could be an animal, I'd probably be a fish so I could swim away from my problems. I picked Senator Morris.
If I can be any animal, I would be a lion simply because it represents my zodiac sign. I'm a Leo. So I would like to popcorn it to the other Senator Morris.
If I'd be an animal, I would honestly be a wolf, because I don't know if it's because like how I used to watch Teen Wolf, and probably because of like Twilight and stuff, I guess. It just represents like strength and leaders and like sticking together with people and just going forth and like missions and stuff. So I feel like a wolf would be like what I would want to be. And I would pass it on to Draper. Hiya, Senator.
Hey, I think I would be a hippo. I think that they're cute and they get to eat a lot, so I like that. I'm gonna pass it to Senator C. Glory, if you're out there.
Hi, if I could be any animal, I would be an elephant because they are one of the wisest and smartest animals. And I'm gonna pass it on to Senator Sumner, if you haven't already gone yet.
Yeah,
If I can be an animal, I think I would be a dolphin because they're calm and humble like me. I'll pass that to Senator Ferguson.
I can't hear anything if somebody said something.
She passed it to Senator Ferguson.
Oh, well, she kind of stole my animal, but I also would be a dolphin because of their charismatic personality and their intelligence with like echolocation. I will pass it on to Senator Joseph.
Senator Joseph already went.
Who didn't go? Senator Yee. Right? Yeah.
If I could be an animal, I'll be a wolf because it's my favorite animal and the bravery and the strength. I'll pass it to Senator Maris.
I would choose a sloth because they move slowly and they just chill. I don't know. I just always love sloths. And I move it to Senator McGill.
Okay, thank you. If I was an animal, you could say stereotypical if you want, but I've loved these animals since I was young. If I could be any animal, I'd be a gorilla because they embody strength, also nobility, and they're just amazing animals overall. I pass it over to Senator Lisa.
Okay. Hey guys. I think the question is, what animal would you be, right? I don't know. This sounds weird. I've always just liked like little dogs. Little I think they're called pugs. They're so weird looking, but they're adorable, and I really want one. So I think that'd be me. There's not really like nice meaning behind it. But yeah. I'll pass it off to Senator Feather if you haven't already gone.
I would be a hedgehog just because like they're really cute and small. I'll pass it to Senator Kano.
If I was an animal, I would pick an eagle just because that they have the ability to fly, and I think that's a very interesting thing. And I would also think they embody like dominance and power as they're flying. Like they're like at the top of the food chain, I guess. And I'll pass it on to Senator Parrish.
If I could be any animal, I'd be a lion because I just think that they're cool and they get to sleep all day. So.
All right, we're gonna popcorn it to Senator McCray.
I think if I was an animal, I'd be a polar bear because I really like the cold and they sleep a lot, so that's kind of me.
Senator Claudio.
If I could be any animal, I would be a monkey because they're cute and small and feisty when they need to be. And they're also really flexible, so they just kind of lay wherever and fit wherever. I'm gonna pass it off to Senator Brown if you haven't gone already.
I went already.
We're gonna popcorn it to Senator Ricky.
If I could be any animal, I'd be a fox. Simply because my favorite movie is Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Frank, Don, you guys want to go?
Definitely a lion. Growing up, that was always my favorite animal, for sure. I love nature shows. I cry during those shows where the lions try to find their cubs. So definitely a lion. And so maybe I was just made to teach at St. Leo, but for sure lion.
All right, let me think. I would be a stingray. So, I mean, they can be high energy. They can also be like super majestic because they, essentially fly through the water. And I'd much rather fly through the water than the air. So, and they're so cute. They smile.
All right, guys, I'm going to finish it off. And if I could be an animal, I would be a jaguar, not because they just represent my favorite football team, but they're also been my favorite big cat since I was little. So that's the question of the day. All right, we're going to move on to roll call. So will the secretary please call the roll?
Yes, sir. Asia.
Excused.
Okay. Alexandra.
Present.
Brianna.
Here.
Calvin.
Excused.
Crystal.
Present.
Sydney.
Here.
Glory.
Here.
Irving. Oh, he messaged me before. He's excused as well. Jalissa. You out there, Jalissa? Absent. Joanna.
Here.
Jodia.
Here.
Cameronique.
Here.
Christian.
Here.
Lacey.
Here.
Lisa.
Here.
Maurice.
Here.
Marquise.
Here.
Michael.
Here.
Nolan.
Here.
Rashante.
Here.
Ricky.
Here.
Samantha.
Here.
Sophia. Sophia Cabrera. Absent. Yoshi.
Excused.
Gotcha. That concludes roll.
All right, senators. The quorum poll is now live. Please record your presence. Are there any senators that have not recorded their presence as of yet? All right, with that, the poll has closed. Oh, Senator Parrish, did you not record your presence?
No, it was an accident.
All right. Let the record show that we do have quorum. All right. The chair is in search for a motion to approve last meeting's minutes. Senator Parrish.
I move to approve last meeting's minutes.
Senator Claudio seconds.
There's a motion on the floor to approve last meeting's minutes. All those in favor, please unmute and say aye.
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 All those opposed, please unmute and say nay. Senator Pena, Chair, the ayes have it. This motion does carry. All right. Madam Secretary, are there any legislations on the first reading?
Yes, there's one.
All right, guys, this is our first piece of legislation for the year. So this is resolution number 1, authored by Senator Brown and Senator Mears. So we will now revert to the order of passage of bills. Senator Mears, you're recognized for a motion.
I move that Senate Resolution number 1 be read by first name, by first time, by title only.
It has been moved that Senate Resolution number 1 be read by first time by title only. Is there any objections? Hearing none, will the Secretary please read the title of the resolution?
A resolution relating to Senate providing legislative intent and providing an effective date.
All right. Senator Mears, you're now recognized for 2 minutes to present your resolution.
This resolution is to have off the next 3 Senate meetings, which are, let me pull them up, I'm sorry. November 11th, 2020, which is the St. Leo Day of Service. November 18th, 2020, which is the annual tree lighting ceremony. And November 25th, which is the eve of Thanksgiving holiday. I yield my time to the chair.
The chair thanks you for that gracious yield. It is now in order for 3 minutes of non-debatable technical questions. Are there any such questions on the floor? So guys, for NDTQs, these are times where if you're confused by anything in the resolution, you can ask the resolution author. Are there any such questions on the floor?
Senator Majeku has none.
All right, seeing none, the chair will absorb the remainder of time for any TQs, and we will place this resolution on second reading. All right. So, Madam Secretary, are there any resolutions on second reading?
Yes, one, Mr. President.
All right, guys, time to run through it one more time. So we'll now revert to the order of passage of bills. Senator Brown, you're recognized for a motion.
I move that Senate Resolution 1 be read for a second time by title only.
It's been moved that Senate Resolution number 1 be read for a second time by title only. Are there any objections? Hearing none, will the Secretary please read the title of the bill?
A resolution relating to Senate providing legislative intent and providing an effective date.
Senator Brown, you're now recognized for 3 minutes to present your resolution.
The resolution states that we will have the 11th, 18th, and 25th off where senators can interact with the student body and shall stand adjourned until December 2nd, 2020. If need be, we can have a meeting upon call of chair. I yield any remaining time to my closing.
The author has yielded 2 minutes and 30 seconds to their closing. It is now in order for 3 minutes of non-debatable technical questions. Are there any such questions on the floor? Seeing none, the chair will absorb that remaining time. We will now begin con pro debate. Is there anyone wishing to speak in opposition to this resolution? Seeing none, we will now move into pro debate. Is there anyone wishing to speak in favor of this bill? Senator Parrish.
I move the previous question.
The previous question has been moved. All those in favor of moving the previous question, please unmute yourself and say aye.
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 All right, for clarity purposes, guys, remember moving the previous question means we skip debate and go straight to voting. So let's try that one more time. All those in favor of moving the previous question, please unmute and say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
All those opposed, please unmute and say nay. As an opinion of the chair, the ayes have it. The motion does carry. Senator Brown, you're now recognized to close.
I feel like this would be a good time for senators to get involved on campus with all these activities going on the 11th, 18th, and 25th being a holiday. So I urge my fellow senators to vote this in favor of this resolution. I yield any remaining time to my closing.
Thank you for that gracious yield. Senator Brown, you're now recognized for a motion.
I move the rules be waived and Senate Resolution 1 be read for a third time by title only and placed on final passage.
It has been moved that Senate Resolution number 1 be read for a third time by title only and placed on final passage. Are there any objections? Hearing none, will the Secretary please read the title of the bill?
A resolution relating to Senate providing legislative intent and providing an effective date.
Are there any amendments on the floor? Seeing none, Senator Brown, you are now recognized for a motion.
I move that Resolution 1 do now pass.
Senator Brown moves that Senate Resolution number 1 do now pass. We are now ready to vote. All those in favor, please unmute yourself and say aye.
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 Aye. All those opposed, please unmute yourself and say nay. It is an opinion of the chair that the ayes have it. You did pass Senate Resolution number 1. All right, guys. So what that means is next week, well, the next 3 weeks, we will not have the weekly Senate meeting. Your committees, if you are meeting, you still expected to, but we just won't have the weekly Wednesday Senate meeting. All right. I'm going to move on to committee reports. Is there any committee reports on the floor from the Judiciary Committee?
Yes, sir. I'm pulling the document up as we speak. So I just read off from it, right? I don't share the screen. Okay. So names of members in attendance. We have Ricky Majeku, Crystal Claudio, Calvin Davis, Brianna McCray, Maurice Ferguson, Michael Thigpen, Samantha Brown. Sorry. The amendments to measures before the committee and votes on those amendments. The amendments we came up with were to various sections of the Constitution, namely in Article 3, Section 2, Part 2. We wish to add that falling below full-time threshold of 12 credit hours will result in the loss of eligibility for SGU senator. In addition, we would also like to lower the acceptance GPA to 2.3, so all students of different strengths have a voice. In Article 3, Section 3, we also added an implementation of Senate recommendation whenever the number of total senators falls below 20. In Article 3, Section 6, we also added Senate meetings once a month in academic semester, excluding August and December for obvious reasons, because it's not the entire month in the fall semester. In Article 3, Section 9, we want to change the diction to show that the Judicial Committee will be hearing the appeals and determining if there are sufficient grounds for said appeals. And lastly, I know it was a lot, we have in Article 4, Section 2, line 4, we want to add a minimum credit threshold of 12 for full-time status. The final votes, all votes were unanimous within the committee. So everything that I listed, everybody within the committee agreed upon. No pertinent discussion to the committee I feel should be brought to the attention of the Senate, and that concludes my report.
Thank you, Senator Mbajaku. Are there any committee reports from the Activities Committee?
Yes, there are. For the Activities Committee, we've met twice now, but the most recent one was this past Monday, which was November the, was that the 8th? No, I'm sorry, November the 2nd. Those in attendance were myself, Senator McGill, as well as Senator, forgive me for saying you guys' last names wrong, Senator Brown and Senator Morris. We discussed the different activities for homecoming and what activities will be going on, as well as volunteer opportunities for us, as well as others, and how we can help to get the message of homecoming out to help support our campus activities board, as well as any other organization putting anything on that week. Yeah, that was basically it. There were no, we didn't need to vote on anything. And the next day that we are meeting would be Monday. And
all right. Thank you, Senator McGill. Is there any reports from the Appropriations Committee?
Oh, sorry. This is for appropriations, right?
Yep.
Okay. So there is a report. We've met twice since the committees has been formed. Our first and only allocation that's been approved was for the Alpha Alpha conference, and I think that was for about $360. There's another allocation on the table that has been tabled, and we are waiting on a university process to be completed for them to come back and resubmit their allocation. So yeah, that's about it. Otherwise, we haven't met the past 2 weeks because there haven't been an allocation on the table.
Thank you, Senator President Pro Tempore. Are there any Senate reports for the Environmental Committee?
Yes, in attendance, we had Adria, Crystal, Sophia, Kaya. Absence was Jalissa and Maurice. Please check your email. I've been trying to get to you. And we basically discussed that we actually need real recycling trash cans on campus, and we voted on that. We just need to propose a bill and present it to Senate, and our next meeting will be Thursday. That's it.
Thank you, Senator Yee. Is there any committee report from the Philanthropy Committee? One second. All right. Now, is there any committee reports from the philanthropy committee?
Sorry, Q, I got kicked out. Our report, our report for the philanthropy committee. So thus far, we've talked about doing a clothing drive, as well as we're trying to do donate T-shirts and healthcare products for a local shelter. And we've got a flyer. We are just waiting for approval, I believe. Sorry, I'm looking through the notes that Sydney sent me. Yeah, so we're just waiting on our approval for the donation drive.
All right. Thank you, Madam Secretary. Is there any reports from the senior committee?
Yes, there is. We met a little while ago. We have not met again since then, just because, you know, all of us are seniors trying to get our work done for the finals and midterms and all of that. But I personally would like to plan to meet next Wednesday, not next Wednesday, next Monday. But those that were in attendance were Asia, Crystal, Sydney, Kaya was there, Lacey, Ricky, and myself. And we just talked about different things that we would want as the senior committee and as seniors to be done in celebration of us. We thought of like different activities we can do and different, basically just different opportunities for us to come together and enjoy our time, our last little bit of time that was here. We also thought about 2 different types of celebrations, one for those graduating in December as well as those graduating in spring. And that was basically all for us.
Thank you, Senator McGill. Is there any committee reports from the junior committee?
Yeah, there is. The number of members in attendance was Irving, I'm sorry if I say your name wrong, Lisa, Kens, Calvin, and me. Lisa proposed that we create a grad school study basket for like the LSAT and the NCAT and et cetera, and we can fill it with snacks and preparational books to prepare for grad school. This can be a raffled, or we were thinking about doing an essay submission to pick the winners to who gets the baskets. The final votes on those measures were unanimous. We all agreed that it was a good idea for the school. That's really it. Our next meeting is tonight at 9, and our meetings are every other Wednesday at 9.
Thank you, Senator Joseph. Is there any reports from the sophomore committee?
No, we don't have one right now. We plan on meeting later this week. We've been a little carried up with work, and I've been busy with classes.
Thank you, Senator Thigpen. Is there any committee report from the freshman committee?
Yes, there is. So with the philanthropy committee, we were working on the T-shirt drive, and we have to put that through to get approved. Also, the freshman committee is in the process of organizing a social event November 18th. It was unanimously approved by the entire committee, and we don't plan to use any funds then. And we're just looking for help from one of the other committees here. So that's all we have.
Thank you, Senator Parrish. Open forum, are there any concerns from the student body?
I have one concern.
Senator Mojeku.
With the way the school year is carrying out, specifically this semester, how a lot of classes are going to go online after Thanksgiving break, I think it's going to be a bit hard to find out what the student body would want if most of them aren't on campus.
Thank you, Senator Mojeku. Is there any other concerns from the student body?
Yes, there is. I have 2 concerns actually. One concern I've been hearing around is about pass and fail, and I know it wasn't passed last semester when COVID first hit, so I'm not sure if that's even something that they're open to discuss anymore. And my second concern that I've been hearing about is about the international students and the winter stay. I know that it was said that the winter stay is $700 in total because of the meal plan. And they wanted to know, does that apply to international students who physically just cannot go home or cannot afford that?
Don and Frank, do you guys have anything on any of those?
I don't have anything that I can speak to directly, but I will be sure to take those concerns to Dr. Shaw.
Yeah, and I haven't heard anything on pass fail, guys. I mean,
Nope.
and quite frankly, if we haven't heard about it by now, I really doubt that they would have us institute that, you know, in the last few weeks of class. So I would not bank on pass fail being an available option for you.
Okay, thank you. Sounds good.
All right. So closing announcements. Many of you guys have already registered, but remember the leadership conference is this Saturday at 11 a.m. If you have not registered, please register through the student activities newsletter. It's in the daily newsletter, so you can guys sign up there. Usually when these events are in person, we'll have you guys helping out with check-in and stuff like that. But since we don't need you guys for any of those because it's virtual, feel free to come in. It's going to be a really great discussion. Feel free to jump in whenever you guys want to. All right. Don and Frank, do you guys have anything for us?
Not anything that I can think of off the top of my head, but with what Alexandra brought up about pass fail, remember that the deadline to withdraw from classes is Monday. So if you are feeling like, you know, some classes aren't going good or there's an issue with some classes and you might want that option of withdrawing, the last day to do so is on Monday. So just keep that in mind and share that with people in case their advisors aren't letting them know.
And then I just want to plug a few things. Again, like you said, check the daily newsletter. One of the events that we are trying to make happen as part of homecoming week next week is a class versus class kickball game. So in the newsletter, we've been advertising that registration is currently open through IM Leagues, and the link is there. And of course, we've been pushing out a flyer through social media as well. So ideally, we'd like to get at least one 5-person team for each class, but ideally 2, so that we would do our initial games on Wednesday the 11th, and then the semifinals and finals on the 14th of November. Depending on where we are at the end of this week with signups, we may in turn just open it up to any 5-person teams, not necessarily classes, but knowing that, right, our class committees are represented here, I would ask you all to, even if you yourself are not interested in potentially playing, to try to help us push that out and advertise and potentially recruit some folks from your class. And let's see. Also for seniors, whether you're potentially graduating this semester, next semester, or over the summer, know that grad images is coming in on the 12th and the 13th. So it's the end of next week. At the commencement ceremony, they do take a candid shot as you cross the stage, and then another when you come initially off the stage in front of a backdrop. But also a lot of our seniors I know like to sometimes get pictures done so they can include those in invitations, and or they're potentially not going to, you know, participate in the spring ceremony. So if you're interested in having a formal regalia picture taken, so in your cap and gown, then they will be in the boardrooms on the 12th and on the 13th. That information is also in the news.
Senator Parrish, you raised your hand.
It was a premature raise of the hands.
All right. So with that, the chair is in search for a motion to adjourn. Oh wait, Senator Parrish, you raise your hand again.
I move to adjourn the meeting until next semester, correct?
December 2nd.
December 2nd. Yeah, I knew that.
Senator Cano seconds.
All right, there's a motion on the floor. We're not ready to vote. All those in favor, please unmute yourself and say aye.
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 All those opposed, please unmute yourself and say nay. There's an opinion of the chair that the ayes have it. The motion does carry. I will see you guys on December 2nd. Have a great holiday and have a great holiday, and we'll see you guys later. All right, guys.
You too. Thank you. Bye.
Who just made that second? I'm sorry.
Senator
It's
Cano.
always, thank you. It's always whenever I'm trying to get the second for the adjournment too. Lord.